We have so much to talk about, so I'm not going to waste your guys' time. I'll just run right through it. First of all, we have Funko kind of confirming 2 dinosaurs. I'm not too sure if they're doing this with their creative freedom, which I highly doubt, because Diabloceratops and Carnotaurus are not 2 dinosaurs you just randomly choose out and make Funkos of. This is really cool. Kind of spoils that it's confirmed for the movie. Maybe these Carnotauruses will be camouflaging from the Lost World novel. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this doesn't really look like a Diabloceratops, but I do want to point out how it does look like that. I think it was a Triceratops in the Jurassic World, Jurassic Park arcade game. The car is the same as the one we see in the movie, so could be alluding to something. Next, a lot of these are expansions off Best in Slots video, because he does have a lot of things that are a bit incorrect, because I have not incorrect, but I just have different stances and different theories of them. So first, we have a new TV spot for the movie, and it shows the bald black dude getting eaten by the Quetzalcoatlus, and it really shows how big the Quetzalcoatlus is. I didn't realize how big it was until I saw this promo. You can really see that Duncan Kincaid is basically the size of his little horn spike. We can see the dude on a rope, bald black guy gets pulled up, not fast enough, and gets eaten. Next, we get scenes of the Mutodons, and I'm not too fond of this. Not because I don't like the Mutodons, but because it's spoiling too much. I don't like this at all. Please refrain from spoiling, but nothing we can do. We now know that that scene where they're in the tunnel thing is with the Mutodons. Like I said, I want to point out, I did say it. Tells me that either they're looking at the huge, massive D-Rex crawling through, or they're looking at a pack of Mutodons, which is why they're looking up, because they're like, oh my goodness, they can fly now? I did say it first. Not first, but I did say it. We can kind of see how the Mutodon hobbles on all 4 limbs, and this is really reminiscent of a mutant. I quite like how it runs, because it doesn't run like a perfect raptor. It has that mutated kind of hobble like the D-Rex is gonna have, so yeah, I quite like that. Next up, we have a fight between the D-Rex and Spinosaurus actually revealed.
Colossal clash.
In a Mattel commercial, at least. This Mattel commercial does show the D-Rex and the Spinosaurus fighting, and the D-Rex actually does this cool thing where it kind of slaps the Spinosaurus down, and the D-Rex does actually end up winning. Now, whether this means they'll fight in the movie, we have yet to find out. But Mattel also released this. That's right, a song about the Distortus Rex himself. It's actually quite a banger, and you should go check it out on Mattel Action, I believe it is, its channel. Target listed Jurassic World Saga Feat Hero Dino as the Spinosaurus. Could the Spinosaurus be the hero in the movie? That's what Best in Slot says, but I just want to point out that the Target website also claims the T-Rex as villain dinosaur. So Target titles are nothing to go off of, and it's Spinosaurus may be the hero dinosaur, but it's not something we should rely on. And finally, I do want to talk about the Mattel song a little more. It says something about, it says flipping over a car and chomping a helicopter. Way to spoil it, Mattel. So now we know, I'm pretty sure whoever runs away, if it is Martin Krebs who steals the DNA samples and gets out of there in the car, we know that the D-Rex is going to flip over the car and maybe eat him. We also know that when Dr. Henry Loomis shoots up the flare, tries to get the attention of the helicopter, that the D-Rex is going to eat the helicopter, which is freaking sick. I don't care what you say. That's actually really cool. I'm excited to see that, but I am a bit like, it's going to take away the shock factor now that we know it's going to happen, or may happen. I'm guessing it'll happen, but you know, nothing's technically confirmed. It's just speculation, and these are really big hints. There was a CCPX meetup for Jurassic World Rebirth a few days ago, I'm pretty sure, and they actually showed footage of the Mosasaurus and Spinosaurus. And me on Twitter actually shared this footage, well, not the footage, but gave a description of the footage Footage starts with Zora, Loomis, Krebs, and Duncan tracking the Mosasaurus. The Delgado family, Dad, and the little girl are already with them. The line from the trailer where Loomis says, "He found us," happens here. Spinosaurus appear. Zora asks, "What are those?" And we see the scenes with the Spinosaurus and Mosasaurus swimming together and having a symbiotic relationship. They call it mutualism and a symbiotic relationship in the film. Spinosaurus attack while the Mosa tries to capsize the boat. Spinosaurus jumps and grabs the one mercenary, I think his name was Bobby, but I can't really remember, by his arm while the Delgado girl watches as he tries to fight for his life, unsuccessfully, getting dragged out of the ship. The scene is not bloody, that happens off screen, or explicit, but seeing the little girl literally watch a man being eaten alive was quite surprising, and makes it more gruesome, TBH. Spino tries to eat the little girl, but the dad, Ruben Delgado, barely grabs her, getting injuring his leg in the process. Meanwhile, Zora is almost falling off the boat, similar as we see in the trailer, due to the Mosasaurus trying to capsize it. She tries to shoot the Mosasaurus unsuccessfully. Mosa jumps out of the water and pushes the boat into a rock formation nearby. Zora and Loomis try not to get hit by the rocks. Footage ends. Now this CCPX event was very, very big. There was a lot of fans there. There was a lot of signings. It was a big event. However, I don't know if this is true. Under Procy's video, he claims that the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus is there. There's 4 Spinosauruses, but it was cropped out of the trailer. I'm not too sure how true that is. I'm not too sure that's even true at all. But the fact that we haven't seen the Spinosaurus, I'm just saying we never saw it in trailer 2, because when we saw the two-headed raptor in trailer 2, it was a Mutanode. So it was a possibility that the Jurassic Park 3 style Spinosaurus is in the movie. However, I wouldn't take that to heart, and I'd take that not even with a grain of salt, with like a cargo shipload of salt. And he also states that the footage was very chopped down or weirdly edited, since I don't recall seeing what the other Spinosauruses were up to, nor what Martin Krebs and Duncan Kincaid were out during all of this. Visually looks good and leans more into being suspenseful rather than an action scene. The Spino looks really good in motion, especially up close, and seems that they did a little rework. Mosa looks like it did in the trailer, and we don't really see new footage of it. It wasn't that much of new footage in general, but the Spino kill was cool and worth it. So a lot of the movie's being spoiled at this point. I'm going to try and... I deleted Twitter for multiple reasons, but one of the reasons was that I can stay off the spoilers. I will be occasionally checking it so I can still update you guys, but yeah.
Final bit of news I want to go over is the new render of the Distortus Rex by Collect Jurassic actually shared this, and also the D-Rex mobile. I don't know what the hell this is, but do with it what you will.
That's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment down below what was your favorite part, and if you're hyped for seeing this movie. I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.